Look, man, making at least 10K a month is way, way, way easier than you think. You mean to tell me that the United States literally printed over $16 trillion in the last 2 years, and you can't get your hands on as little as $300 a day to make 10K a month? Look, man, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. The reason why you think making 10K a month is so hard is because you choose to do it the hard way. You see, you were taught that making that much money is supposed to be hard. But you see, a lot of people are under the false notion that seeing is believing. But in reality, it's the other way around. Believing is seeing, and your beliefs have consequences. You see, the reason why making 10K a month is so hard for you is because you have the self-limiting belief that it is hard, which makes it hard. But if you go ahead and believe that it's easy, I assure you that it will be much, much, much easier. Well, Tyson, how do you do that? Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna go over in today's video. I'm gonna give you 5 of the most undeniable reasons as to why making 10K a month is extremely easy. And by the end of this video, you are going to completely agree with me. And if you don't, or you have any arguments, man, tell me down in the comments and we could talk about it. Now, look, the number one reason why making 10K a month is actually extremely easy is because, man, doing so is pretty much the number one fundamental factor in living a good life, which makes it extremely worth it. And since it is so worth it, it is very, very easy to do. Now, look, there are going to be a lot of people who disagree with me here, but I'm gonna need you to do me a favor, okay? Go ahead, go down below this video, leave your little hate comment, and then go do me a favor and be poor somewhere else, okay? This is a place for winners and people who wanna get out there and make that money. Man, life basically doesn't even really start until you're making at least 6 figures a year. What do I mean by that? Well, sure, if you're broke and you don't have any money, you can enjoy spurts of, happiness here and there. But the reality is, a lot of people say, well, money doesn't buy happiness. And sure, that might be true, but poverty doesn't buy happiness either. Instead, poverty only really buys you problems, while money will buy you options. Because when you don't got money, you can't eat where you want, you can't go where you want. If somebody you actually love and care about has financial issues, you think you're gonna be able to help them? No, of course not. You're basically completely useless. You see, when people think that they can't have something, they convince themselves and try to convince other people that they never wanted it in the first place. And this is something that's very childish, and you'll probably notice a lot of times in your life. It's kind of like how one of my favorite speakers, Les Brown, says it. Everybody says that money doesn't buy happiness, but then again, everybody wants to find out for themselves. And I'll tell you firsthand, man, I've been broke, just barely scraping by, living hand to mouth, and I have made 10K a month from my copywriting business. And I can tell you without a doubt, I choose 10K a month every single time. Even if it means I have to work 60, 70, 80, 90 hours a week, I would 10 times out of 10 take that hard work, but at least I have a little bit of money, than working hard for basically no money and just scraping by. And no, I'm not saying that 10K a month is super important because of all the trinkets that you get. It's not about having the nice car, and it ain't about living in the penthouse, right? Even though, those things are definitely nice, it's more of about having options and having the freedom to do things. I remember I was so broke, I couldn't take a day off. If I took a day off, I wouldn't be able to eat, right? I'd have to cut back expenses. I really couldn't make ends meet if I even took a day off. So I'd go to work even if I was sick, even if I had something else to do, no matter what, right? So I had basically no options, no freedoms. I was basically enslaved. Like I couldn't do anything that I actually wanted to do. And because making that amount of money is so crucial in your life, it is way, way, way more than worth it. And because it's so worth it, it makes it easy. You have something extremely, extremely important to look forward to and extremely motivating. Now, look, the number 2 reason why making 10K a month is actually way easier than you think it is because there is more money than ever floating around there. I'm talking 16 trillion just by the United States printed in the last 2 years. That is literally 80% of all of the money in the United States. 80% of it was printed in the last 2 years. Guys, all you have to do is make the smallest little percentage of that and all of a sudden your life changes. Your life completely changes. You really, really, really don't have any excuses, man. And not only is there so much more money than there used to be, there are also so many more online businesses than there used to be. There are many, many, many businesses opening up every single day, and many businesses hitting 7 figures a year, 8 figures a year, even 9 figures a year every single year. All you really got to do is help one of those business owners make a little bit of money. And all you that's it. You're really only 2 clients away, right? If you're like a freelancer, for example, right? So I show people how to do copywriting. I have a free course on my YouTube, even if you wanted to learn. But the thing is, all you really need is 2 clients to pay you $5,000 a month, and then boom. And you think $5,000 a month is a lot to people who are making $1 million to $10 million a month? It's really not. Like, that money could just leave their bank account, and I swear to you that they basically won't even notice. All you really need is to work for 2 companies, maybe 3 companies at like $3,300 a month, and you're chilling, you're good, right? So it's really so much closer than you would really realize. Now, the number 3 reason as to why you can make 6 figures easier than ever is because it's simply never been this accessible to anyone in the history of all time, like literally ever. You wanted to make this much money before? Well, you used to have to go to like 4 to probably like 8 years of school for medicine, or to be a lawyer, or maybe in some sort of STEM field, right? Pay hundreds of thousands for school. And then maybe after you pay off your student debt, you get a chance to make 6 figures a year. And you don't even have any freedom. Like, you're just showing up to work every single day. And now you can get started for free on your way to make 10K a month. And it's extremely accessible to anybody. If you have a Wi-Fi connection, you literally have no excuses. Meaning if you're watching this video, because if you're watching this, you have Wi-Fi. You have literally 0 excuses as to why you cannot. And it will probably take you less than a year, at most 2 years. If you're really, really like dumb and untalented and you don't really have much going for you, I can't see you working for 3 years straight and not getting this goal of 10K a month. I really don't see it. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anybody show up, put in the work, really, really work hard for that long of a time, and not actually get the payoff that they deserve. And the 4th reason why making 10 G's a month is way easier than you think it is because now you're able to mastermind with other like-minded individuals, and you're actually able to get to your goal quicker and bounce ideas off of other people who have the exact same goals as you. Look, we've all heard it before, right? We're the sum of the 5 people that we spend most time with and stuff like that. Okay, we all know that. But what if you only have access to people who are small-minded thinkers? You know, it's actually legitimately pretty hard to find other people who are on their purpose and are on their path to actually achieving self-mastery. And now you have free communities like the one that I own, where people can come, they can discuss how to make money, they can talk about goals, they can talk about self-mastery, self-improvement, everything. Now you can actually mastermind with those people and help each other reach any of your goals and go to wherever you basically want to go. And if you don't believe me when I tell you how effective this is, then go ahead and do yourself a favor. Go and join the Discord and look in the wins section and look at all of the people who are winning on a daily basis. I'm talking, we got 14-year-olds, we got 16-year-olds literally making their first $2,000 online just because they joined the Discord server and they're learning the skills and they're actually putting in the work. So when I tell you, you have, again, literally no excuses, I really do mean just that. Now, number 5 as to why making 10K a month is way easier than you think is because if you fall in love with the process, then it won't be hard at all. You see, the saying goes that you should work smarter and not harder. And of course, we all know that the people who work smart and hard are the ones who really succeed. But I'll tell you right now, if you work smart and you work hard and you work happy, you are going to dominate absolutely everyone else. What do I mean by that? Well, when I say work happy, I'm not talking about, oh, you should follow your passion, or, oh, if you like going fishing every weekend, you should open up a fishing pole shop or something crazy like that. No, what I'm saying is that if you fall in love with the process of progress and self-mastery, you're going to get there so much quicker than everybody else, and you're going to get there easier. You see, when you're building your business online and you're on your journey to making 10K a month, you will be faced with adversity like you have never felt before. And adversity is what introduces a man to himself. You're gonna have to go on a complete self-mastery journey. And really, it's not about the money. It's about the type of person that you become when you start making this type of money. And when you fall in love with the progress and the personal development, it then becomes fun, almost like a healthy addiction. And because it's so fun, that's exactly what makes it so easy. So no matter how difficult it is or what problems you run into, the feeling of overcoming those difficulties and overcoming those problems is what's going to push you farther, and it's going to make your journey way easier than everybody else's. Now, of course, this video is basically all theory and not actually actionable steps. So if you want more actionable steps of do this, step 1, step 2, step 3, here's how you actually go ahead and make that money. I have a couple of videos on my channel. I have a free copywriting course where I show you how to go from 0 to 10K a month. I also have videos on how I was able to go from 0 to $10,300 a month while working my 9-to-5 job. Guys, if you want to actually go ahead and make that money, I have a whole playlist that I'll put on screen for you now that you can go ahead, check out and watch. And of course, I have a bunch of free resources and tools in the description that you can check out for yourself. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.